ジョーの野郎。鬼姫が完全にぶっ潰しやがって。
Oh my god. Hello everyone, welcome to Joe Consumes Cinema. I'm your host, The Bridge of Tears, and today we have Ashita no Joe, episode 28. So given how the events of last episode ended, Joe has some sort of plan. What that is, we don't know just yet, but I'm going to guess that it's going to be successful, because, what other option is there? I said last time that I thought, the Shiraki clan would reach out to them and kind of help them in some way. They did, just not in the way I thought that they would. They invited them to their gym. Like, Dangpei is, persona non grata with the boxing aficionados in Japan, so, he can't get his license. They're just never going to allow it. Joe has come up with some type of plan that I guess, forces their hand in some way. Just don't know what it is just yet. And yeah, I really want to find out what that plan is, because whatever it is, it has to involve, I'm guessing goading the boxing aficionados into giving Dangpei's gym a license because they want to shut Joe up. I'm guessing he's going to, be very boasting and, challenging and saying how, they're afraid to give us a license because they know our fighters will smash them into the ground, that type of thing. And that, provokes them to the point where they issue the license because they want to shut them up, and they become the number one target for, all these different boxing clubs. I could totally see Joe going that route with it. But yeah, the only way to find out is just to find out. So yeah, I want to get to that very quickly. But before we begin, as always, remember to blank, blank, and blank. Still very much a small channel, so every like, comment, share, subscribe that we can get really helps out. Really appreciate it. Patreon link down below. With that, let's get right to it. Sando Bagani Kao Mega Ake Tatake 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 Ashite wa Kiito Ashite wa Dochi da.
まさにヤングパワーの爆発。厳しい予選をそれぞれ関東と関西で勝ち抜いてきた代表選手が。
Oh yeah, the rookie tournament that Rikishi is in.
お前たちジョーを知らへんか。
ジョアニがどうかしたの？
乾物屋の乗り子犯に金を借りてどっかへ消えてしもたんや。
Uh-oh.
ぶっ壊された検討会への駆け足をかけ直すにはもってこいのチャンスと言えそうだ。
I wonder what the hell he's planning. And why did he have to take money from the grocer? Kurokun Hall! Holy shit! I know that place. Wager for glory. Is he gonna gamble the money?
まもなく全日本新人王決定戦の第1試合が行われます。
おい、あんちゃん、試合はもう始まったんだぜ。何のんびりしてんだよ。
たかが新人王戦じゃないか。何も焦ってまで見ることはねえ。おっさんずいぶん酔いがいいね。
ボクシング見るのが飯より好きでね。
選手控え室、関係者以外立ち入りを禁ずか。
Joe's gonna go in anyway. Jesus.
何？また小便したいだと？
ああ、どうせトイレに行ってもちょびっとしか出ないんですが、行くと落ち着くんです。トイレと。
Is that the same guy?
てめえ。
わざと足かけたな。足？いや、俺の足にケツまずいたのか。いや、この人ね、自分で転んでおきながら俺は蹴飛ばしたって怒ってるんですよ。俺をぶん殴るって。
何？貴様！
やめろ！試合前に何をゴタゴタ言ってやるんだ。さっさとトイレに行ってこい。
人の足にケツまずいてる転びようじゃ大したセンスじゃねえな。
何？
Oh shit.
相手が腰抜きなら別だが、まあ普通なら負けるね。
一体なんだ？君はしっけな男だ。
ウルフ金串か。キザな名前つけやがって。
おお、ヤビくんじゃないか。
ぶらりと遊びに来ただけさ。
よう、矢吹。今日はわざわざ俺の栄光の門出を祝いに来てくれたのかい。
栄光だと？笑わせるな。たか新人王決定戦じゃねえか。
He's pissing everybody off.
嫌な予感がするな。
Is he gonna try and goad one of these guys into fighting him from the crowd, and then he knocks them out, and all of a sudden, it's like, who is this guy? He's knocking out, the rookies in the tournament, whatever.
おお、さっきのおっさんか。検討が飯より好きな割には悪い席で見てんじゃん。
歌舞伎だって2は3階で見るもんだ。あ、それいけウルフ金串。やはり金の卵の前評判にたがわず見事なパンチ力です。 関西代表相澤選手を一方的に打ちまくっております。
ウルフ金牛ってやつはそんなに強いか？
強いも何もあるもんじゃねえや。今年の新人王戦の見どころはバンタム級の金串とフェザー級の力石の2人の大物比べって言われてるくらいなんだぞ。
へえ、じゃあさっきはその大物をすっ転がしたってわけか。こいつは面白いや。
He's gonna fight this dude somehow?
ウルフ金串。
アジア圏の大高会長といや、あいつはボクシング協会で断平おっさんを締め出した張本人じゃねえか。
勝利の V サインか。
力石が一戦混ぜるとなりゃ、こんな隅っちょで眺めてるわけにいかねえや。
He's gonna creep closer. Oh my god. He's right there.
本当だ。
He's thinking, why the hell are you here? Distracted.
だった模様。校舎8スカこの今日捉えて激しく攻めております。入った入りました。ただいまのボディが効いたようです。力石8スカのカバーなど完全に無視。相手の腕と言わず肘と言わず防御もろとも強引に叩き壊すようなハンマーパンチの嵐です。
Broke the guard. Down. Yeah, he's gotten a lot stronger.
開始ゴングが鳴ってからわずか54秒、力石の圧倒的 KO 勝ちです。
He might have been waiting for the press to do whatever the hell he's about to do.
ええでしょう、ウルフは。名前もええでしょう。わしが手塩にかけて育てた金の卵でしてな。世界バンタム級の王座につかせてみせますわや。
おい、ウルフが変なファンに絡まれてるぞ。変なファンに？
大高さん、あんたんとこのウルフって男もしみったれてるね。サインの一つや二つしてくれたっていいじゃねえかな。
会長、こいつですよ。試合前にウルフの足を引っ掛けたやつは。
何？サインしてやりゃおとなしく帰るじゃろ。一筆書いてやれ。
あ、ちょうだしな。
ほらよ。
He's trying to piss him off.
ほらよ。
うやいやなんだこりゃ。これが字がね。俺はミミズが張ってんのかと思ったぜ。ひでや、こりゃひでや。
面白いあんちゃんだな。ボクサーってものは字なんぞうまくなくったっていいんだよ。パンチ勝負の世界だからな。
さて、その肝心のパンチの方もどうかね。
Oh shit.
さっきちらっと試合を拝見したけど、大したことはなかったじゃんか。陰も角もない汚えパンチってことさ。
Oh god.
ジョーのやつ、ウルフに喧嘩売る気だな。
つまみだぜ、このガキを。待て。
Here we go. This is what he wanted.
待っていたぜ、この一瞬。
What's he gonna hit him with? He's wide open for something. Cross counter? Oh! Blood! That's fucking textbook. Oh my god, look at his face. Joe has a longer reach, too. The media's all over it.
写真を待ってくれ。
He went out too, but he's smiling.
素人じゃねえ。ウルフをたった一撃のもとに相打ちで決めるなんて。クロスカウンターといえば8回戦クラス以上の高等テクニックじゃないか。
キース選手はこの少年を知ってるようですが。
矢吹城、丹下健闘クラブ所属のバンタム級の選手。
丹下健闘クラブ、こんな名前のジムあった？
聞いたことないね。
丹下ジムの会長である丹下断平氏は、そこの大高会長をはじめとする日本ボクシング協会面々の反対のため、ライセンスも持てぬ身じゃからの。したがってこの矢吹城も優れた素質を持ちながら、プロ C 級のテストすら受けておらん。文字通り無名の選手。
おい、この矢吹という少年はバンタム級だったな。
ウルフ金串もバンタムだ。
しかも大高さんの反対でプロのライセンスが取れないんだ。
かかるね、大いに。
おい
There we go. This is awesome.
誤解だ誤解も甚だしい。大体矢吹なんて男は今初めて会ったんだ。いやとにかく問題はあくまで丹下個人。君頼むから記事にせんでくれ。相手が素人と思えばこそ油断してあんなことに。
何にせよ、輝ける大物新人が無名の若者とダブルノックアウト。このニュースバリューは捨てられませんよ。
Yeah, they're all over it. It's too late. Joe's plan worked perfectly.
これだけ大騒ぎになれば大高会長も丹下事務を認めざるを得なくなるわね。
Tatsunda Joe! Okay, I took some time just to gather my thoughts. That was episode 28. Amazing episode. So I talked about beforehand that I thought Joe was going to try, something that fits his personality to, create a little bit of noise and get people talking. They're ducking us. That's why they, disapprove the license. Joe takes it even a step beyond that. He goes to the rookie tournament after, borrowing money from the grocer. I hope he finds a way to pay them back. I don't want to, he basically robbed them. So we got to fix that at some point. But yeah, he goes to this rookie tournament that Rikishi is fighting in. There's also a bunch of other name fighters, big names from a lot of different boxing clubs, feature strong prospects that are potentially going to challenge for like world titles. Joe goes there to observe the fights and, basically to pick a fight with one of them. It just so happens that he messes with the bantamweight Wolf Kanaguchi, whatever his name was, and he's backed by one of the guys that refused the license to Dangpei, so, Joe targets him right away. He's walking through the locker rooms like he's not supposed to be there at all, but he just is because he basically does what he wants. He stumbles upon a fighter who's, obviously nervous, and he's trying to go to the bathroom because he couldn't go before. He walks out of the changing room to go there, and, Joe trips him. Small little moment of antagonization right there. Then after his fight, he insists on, getting his autograph. When Joe finally gives it to him, he laughs at it saying, like, look, this doesn't even look like an autograph. It's like just a bunch of squiggly lines. And then he like literally stomps on it. So yeah, he's antagonizing him the whole time, knowing that eventually he's going to get so riled up that he's actually going to fight him. This is Joe's chance. Sure enough, this guy charges in thinking he's just some, random off the street. He doesn't know how to fight. And Joe hits him with, textbook perfect cross counter that he cracked Rikishi with. He smashed his face so good, he was just bleeding from, multiple parts. Falls face forward and just like, he's out. Joe went out too, but, even though he's unconscious, he's smiling because when it happened, all the media was there snapping photos, and luckily the Shirakis and Rikishi too gave Joe a little bit of an assist when they're like, who the hell is this guy? He just KO'd, the future prospect bantamweight, rookie champion or whatever it was. And they said how he's Yabuki Joe, trained from the Dangpei Boxing Club. He's like, wow, I never heard of that club before. Well, they were denied a license by, this guy right over here who's, the Wolf's go-to trainer and, supporter. And they're making it out to be like, they denied him the license because, they're afraid of him. Look, he just KO'd their guy so easily. And he has to explain, like, no, it had nothing to do with that. It was all because of Dangpei and his history. I've never even seen this guy before. And, the media is just running with it like, hey, this guy came out of nowhere and KO'd your champion. Like, I think it's pretty obvious you're afraid of him. Maybe that's why the license was denied. And they're off to run with the story. And Joe got exactly what he wanted. So I think this vote is going to flip to yes, just because this guy is going to want revenge. Now, I don't know how many votes there were and what the actual tally was against, Dangpei getting that license. Flipping one vote you wouldn't think would be enough, but maybe he's going to convince others or something like that, and, they're going to get the license approved. Or maybe Joe's going to do this with other fighters. He's just going to show up and, cause trouble, and then the media will do, what it did here again. That's also possible. But yeah, I have to say this is the first time one of Joe's plans, worked flawlessly without, any real repercussion. He might get in a little bit of trouble. He's going to have to pay that money back to the grocer, but, this is a huge win. Like, there's no other way to put this. This is a huge win. He just knocked out, a major prospect. Everybody saw it. Everybody's going to be talking about it. That alone might be enough to convince the others that, hey, we got to approve this guy because he just cracked one of our champions, so we can't just let that go. Let's get him in the ring and get our revenge. You know, a bunch of different people are out to kind of settle the score kind of deal. I could totally see, them going that route with it. But yeah, it was a great episode, and yeah, that was just an awesome moment. And yeah, I love this show. It's fantastic. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for now. I look forward to the next one, and honestly, I'm going to get to that very soon. And yeah, that's all I got. So as always, thanks for watching, and peace.